Hey Kathy, welcome back. I'm going to see what wants to come out. We've got the Lovers on the back of the deck. First card out, the Wheel of Fortune. I'm hearing, is this love? Yourself in the recent past. Guys, this is soulmate energy. This is new love coming in. After a transformation. This feels like marriage, a long-term commitment, the Empress. It's a healing in love, a healing of relationships, whatever that means to you. But what's coming through here is a long-term commitment. Some of you have already met this person, or it's like you're about to meet this person. Slow and steady wins the race. Let go of the weight. It's been worth the wait. Let go of the weight. Patience. It feels like going from not knowing what you want to knowing what you want. There's clarity here. You know what kind of life you're creating, what kind of relationships you want, what kind of environments you want to be in. Lots of things have come to an end because you identified that they don't serve you any longer. The battle between the old and the new frequency, even that in terms of the devil to the Empress. Looking at the devil not as that happy energy, but as that, that Five of Pentacles, that addiction, that lack, that survival mode kind of energy. The Sun. Yeah, you asked for better. You asked for something lighter. For you and yours. It feels like this hasn't just been about you. This is bigger than you. This is about you and yours creating something better. But it feels like there's needed to be a journey to see your true intentions. In terms of there could have been some kind of fear driving your decision making. Fear of needing security. Yeah, something's coming through that come up today, and I'm just getting an image of it. Page 147 in this book. Interesting. First page it's opened on is if you are in a relationship with Cancer. Some of you could have Cancer placements, maybe this person coming in. If you're in a relationship with Cancer and can see past their mood swings, you are tipped for the very best kind of commitment. Try to let them know that their moods erode the magic of your union and work together to find ways to overcome them or reduce their impact. But page 147 is what was coming through. That was 137 that it opened on. Cancer, the guardian, water sign, opposite of Capricorn, fourth sign of the zodiac, fourth house, ruled by the moon. Cancer is the kindest, most sensitive and nurturing of all the signs, with a real gift for creativity and intuition. This is the signs by Caroline, I'm going to say Caroline Faulkner. No, Caroline, Allah. Yeah, the signs. Decode the stars, reframe your life. But something's coming through here just about the intention changing. Things are rapidly shifting because there's been some understanding of the intention, of maybe some fear that was driving your decision makings. It feels like decision making. It feels like this has been rectified. This has been kind of dissolved. There's new intentions. Okay, I'm not sure where this is coming through. Maybe you got Cancer placements, but what's coming up here? So the fix for Cancer, page 161. Play tennis with life. Instead of internalizing everything and thinking you have to do things on your own, tap the ball back and ask people what they actually mean rather than assuming you already know. We all think and act differently, so ascertain the facts before you react. And then we've got communicate. Communicate your feelings honestly. Take moments out to heal from the constant bombardment of life's responsibilities. Feng shui your home and office space regularly. You don't need to pay thousands to a consultant. Check online where your furniture should be and use frankincense and purifying rituals. And declutter your physical environment and your mind, which reflect each other. In my experience, depression and anxiety hide behind clutter, so tackle one room at a time. Something's coming through just about a release, a letting go, a surrender, a deep cleansing of all areas of your life. Something's completely transforming. Something has transformed. This feels like soulmate energy coming in, that you may have had to really look long and hard at your own conflicts and realize that only you can decide whether you're going to stay conflicted. A lot of the time it's like we wait for people to change or wait for people to be sorry or actually genuinely feel sorry, when actually we always have the power to cut cords with that hurt, that pain, that frustration, by choosing to forgive, to release, to forgive ourselves for holding resentment in the first place. It feels like there's been an ego death, a surrender, a lesson of patience, a lesson of grace, a lesson of humility, compassion for others, understanding that it's not about you. You could have taken things personally, or it could have really been personal, but it's like understanding, even if somebody was trying to be personal, that it's not actually personal in terms of the deeper reason for that person's actions. This feeling of being okay, it's like giving people permission to be who they want to be, to judge you how they want, to have their opinions. It's like, it's okay. This is a very powerful place to be. It feels like you have forgiven the sun, forgiven you and yours, forgiven those that come before you, forgiven maybe your parents, or dissolving some kind of pain. It feels like a healing, a family healing. And a lesson here that you don't need anyone else to make something right. You can make it right. By doing what's right for you, which is releasing this weight, which is cutting cords with the pain, which is accepting things for what they are, to accept the illusion, to move through it anyway, to move through the heartbreak, to move through the change, mastering emotion. That, yeah. Mars in Cancer coming through, Ace of Swords. Some kind of cord cutting ritual, maybe a good idea. Protect your energy. Something's not worth the fight. Because it's like, regardless of if you fight to change someone or not, or fight to change something or not, this thing or person isn't going to change. Feels like there's been an acceptance of this, the Fool, to move forward, to liberate yourself from what you can't control. Yeah, the Fool. Outcome 222. Guys, mad. I made these muffins today, absolutely banging. We're getting in the autumnal spirit of things. I really want some, but I'm going to get chocolate everywhere. 3 day, day 3, 3 day. Day 3, no dairy, because we have to go back there again, because I can't believe I even went back to it. But guys, again, so I thought I need to make something because there's no croissants today. They're actually everything. Cinnamon, ginger, chocolate, some little cinnamon butter. A healing of the heart. Escape it is like freeing yourself from your own mind. A healing of the mind, a balancing. The illusion was that something was for you to fix in the first place. It feels like it could be frustrating because it's like for you just to let this go and accept that something is just what it is. That you've wasted your time by trying to fix something in the first place, or change something, change someone, whatever that person or thing is. But what's coming through is like you've mastered yourself on that journey in terms of this isn't about that one thing or that one person, but what you've mastered through this now is going to change the way you react to things in the future. It's like being prepared to meet a new community, sorting out your own, like where you're getting in your own way, so you actually can create the space to enjoy something new. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, the Fool, the Empress, 9 of Pentacles, guys. Judgment. Something took so long because you couldn't see it. That's what's coming through. It's like maybe you have this thing where you have to see it to believe it, or you didn't believe in yourself and your gifts. You were trying to do something else to get to something because you didn't think it was possible to do what you actually are here to do. Or you didn't believe in your gifts, or you didn't think you could be successful, you didn't believe in your idea, or it's like the delay or some kind of obstacle has been because you was never meant to fit into someone else's gifts. I don't know how to say it. It's like you was meant to do something and you had to see your magic to even realise, as I say that, the magician, as I split the deck, for you to realise you could do this in the first place. Four past. Yeah, it's like we couldn't let you just go and do what you wanted to do, or we couldn't let you just go and be successful because it would be it's too easy. Yeah, you can be successful, you can go and do this, you can go and do that, but there was something better. The delay is not punishment, it's preparation. It's giving you time for the dust to settle, for you to find your feet, for you to ground, for you to see clearly, for you to see yourself in your true light. This may have taken a lot of layers needed to shed, a lot of blocks needed to clear. Let go to receive. You have all you need. What you focus on grows. Get into the flow as best you can. Do things to light you up. Whatever that is. Full focus on a task. And it could be anything. You know, the most peace I felt I don't even know how long recently with all the whatever's been going on, was carving my little pumpkin here today. Love this little fella. But I had my phone on charge, and normally I'm like always wanted to check it. And it was on charge somewhere, I couldn't even remember where it was. And I'd already started the pumpkin, so I was like covered in pumpkin. So I thought, oh, just forget about the phone. There was no music playing, there was no noise, it was just me and the pumpkin, and concentrating on carving this little pumpkin. And it was the most beautiful meditative experience of just focusing so much on that thing, on the task at hand, that everything else just seemed to like fall away. Like I literally felt my shoulders just like relax. It was just strange. Like such a high stress level to such parasympatheticness just by carving this little fella's face. It was just great. So it can be the simplest thing. It doesn't have to be something, you don't need to go and, you know, do anything profound or the Lovers. As I split the deck and the King of Cups. What are you worried about? Commitment. What's the point of starting it? It ain't gonna last. If you don't want it to, it won't. If your intention is for it to not last, what's driving it? Is it fear? Fear of loss? That thing again, I swear this came up in the reading for you before about you can't lose what you don't own. Everything's an experience. Transforming this relationship with things, with people, with how you relate to things. Huge breakthrough. You're on someone's mind heavy. Yeah, someone feels stuck. It's like someone's conflicted, real conflicted. There's a fear of moving forward here. It's like someone really wants to move forward with you, but there's a fear of moving forward because of how something in the past has ended for them. But This is blessed. The Lover's Emperor. But it's like wary. Feels slightly on both sides. Maybe it's that you're used to someone with bad intentions. Yeah. Maybe you've never had a relationship with someone with good intentions. This feels like a both thing, like both of you are nervous or wary or worried to trust. There's like a fear coming through. But this is everything you've prayed for. 4 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. But there's this fear of abandonment, of endings, of 10 of Cups, Page of Cups. Empress. Emperor, Empress, Lovers, guys. Something's moving forward. Someone's about to reach out. This is coming together. You may already be in contact with this person, but something's about to go to the next level, or you're about to meet this person. This is something for the long term. You may be moving in with this person, changing location. There's that fear of not being good enough here. This isn't something that hangs around for long, because this does bloom, yeah, Ace of Swords. This does bloom and blossom, Hierophant. Maybe this is something, it's like maybe you're both the first it's like you're both as much a blessing to each other in terms of you both haven't met an energy like each other before. Yeah, 9 of Cups. Oh, wow. Congratulations, guys. This is mad. What's that keeps coming up? Why do you keep showing me this? Hermit, 8 of Wands. Celebratory energy. Guys, this feels like marriage. This feels, let me have another bit, okay? What? Any excuse, love. This is like forever love, guys. King of Wands. But it's like, stop stressing yourself out. There's nothing to fear. Easier said than done. You're just going to have to ride this wave. But something's coming in here. There's a lot of anxiety around this, around having a commitment, moving on, new love. But it feels like something you're not going to be able to deny, something you're not going to be able to ignore, something you're not going to be able to reject when the time arrives. To either go to that next step, or when this person comes in if you haven't met them yet. Guys, I just walked around so I couldn't find the fairy deck, and then I got around one half of the room and got back. I realised I had lost one slipper on the way, and then I thought, bibbidi bobbidi boo, Cinderella, where's your shoe? And I was like, the pumpkin. And then I got a little vision of the wishes come true card from this deck, the fairy godmother energy. Guys, it is that prince and princess kind of energy. It feels like absolute delight. Sag energy. There's no need to rush. A romantic partner you can trust, excellent advice that comes from the heart, getting involved in a cultural creative endeavour. Oh my God, read that first line again. A romantic partner you can trust. Honourable, devoted, mature and warm-hearted. Guys, this is a blessing of a blessing of a blessing. Life experience number 16. Let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event. A situation that leads to significant opportunities. And the High Priestess number 2. Trust in your intuition. Careful reflection before taking action. Insights that come through meditation. Open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship. Okay, interesting. Number 34, grouse medicine. Invitation to the dance, movement, medicine of movement, somatic practices. Something coming through. The fox just come out with the turkey, and what's coming through is the fox, that camouflage energy, the turkey sacrifice. That you could still be finding yourself in between two vibrations in terms of dropping down to your old frequency and in between the old and the new. Where something's still being reprogrammed, where that new energy is still overriding, where something's still being fully embodied, where things are still leaving slightly in between two worlds kind of energy. Because of this, there may be actual external physical evidence that you are still in an old world to certain people around you. Maybe they only see that side. Maybe there's a reason for this. And to protect your energy and to protect this new energy, this new version of yourself, your new frequency as you move forward. That not to waste time explaining why you've changed, how you've changed, if you should have changed, if you shouldn't have changed, and absorbing everyone's opinion and judgment on this. There's things to do, there's things to build, there's more to things than you know. Nobody that's left your life or anyone that you've had to step away from that's not in this new season, it's like if they're not there, they shouldn't be there. Secrets afloat, links medicine just coming out. Not everything's as it seems. If you feel eager to go back to some past energy or entertain something that's not for you, to channel that in a healthy way with this grouse medicine, some kind of exercise, movement, dance, whatever it is. Yes, movement is dance and exercise, and they're all one of the same. But whatever, you know, floats your boat. Maybe it is building something, but doing something to move that energy, grounded on the earth, give that away, give it back to Mama Earth, some kind of rage ritual in nature, whatever it is. Going for a run, roller skating, surfing, calisthenics, got eagle on the back of the deck, number 1, spirit. Elevation, cleansing, 38, the frog. It's like your, eagle again, you want to be seen in it. This come out as well, I think it was a Libra. And cleanse. This is purification, this is a purge, this is transformation, this is a new version of yourself. Things are not going to be how they ever have been. This is a turning point for you to have something new and to pay attention to this. This would be a great time to journal with the lunar eclipse, 17th, full moon. The moon's most powerful phase, when we see her entire illuminated face, this is a time of fulfillment, activity, increased psychic ability for perfecting ideas, getting your act together, celebrations or renewing commitments to people or projects. The best time for spells of any kind. That's page number 4 from Moon Spells, Diane Alquist. And I'm being guided to read waxing. In this phase, the moon appears to be growing in size, shifting from new to full, as though it's gaining strength. It makes sense then that this is a good time to focus on increasing things of your own. Your knowledge, bank accounts, relationships. It's a time to think about pregnancy, to increase communications of all types, whether for business or pleasure. Deal with legal matters if you want financial gain. This phase promotes healing. It feels like this is something you're now coming out of, that kind of energy of it could be many months of something coming through about just having to really, that you have been like nurturing your own garden, growing your own, a continuous effort, that 8 of Pentacles energy, a continuous effort, investment to grow this dream, to align yourself, to prepare yourself. Something is coming full circle moment. This feels like love of your life energy coming in. Okay guys, lastly, guided to read this about Pluto, page number 87. Pluto associated with power, our own and our relationship with other people's motivations, transformations, including birth, death and rebirth. Ruling planet of Scorpio, the power, default house 8. Pluto gone wrong is power hungry, manipulative and controlling. Pluto gone right is transformative, seductive and influential. In mythology, Pluto is also known as Hades, the king of the underworld and the reaper of death. Many people regard death as an evil force, but I do not. It is simply another opportunity to transform. Pluto is all about power, for good and bad. At some point in our late 30s, Pluto in the sky connects to Pluto in our birth chart. It's called a Pluto square Pluto transit, and I began to notice that many new clients were under this influence. It can be devastating. People leave their jobs and partners in a desperate bid to transform. Pluto is like the bulldozer of the zodiac and will trash everything that has become stagnant. I have seen its powerful effects time and time again. I usually ask people to transform internally before making any life-changing decisions under this transit. I told a client recently not to trade in her car for a Porsche or a husband for a toy boy until she had worked on herself. Pluto is all about birth, death, rebirth, transformation and change. Don't be fooled. Pluto might have been relegated, but that in no way means its power has diminished. If you're faced with situations that literally strip away your ego and force you to rebuild, you can safely bet all your money that Pluto is impacting upon you. It's not that Pluto is negative, far from it. Its impact helps us to break free from any rut we may have created for ourselves. A few red flags are shown, and if we ignore those warning signs, Pluto goes in and smashes down the current stale infrastructure to build anew, something better based on humility and not ego. Pluto doesn't like ego very much, as a rule. Because Pluto takes such a long time to orbit the Sun, it spends years in each sign, so there is less variation in signs across different people's charts than with many other planets. And Chiron associated with deep karmic wounds, spirituality and healing, co-ruler of Virgo and Pisces, default house 6th and 12th. Chiron gone wrong is led by past wounds, a martyr, lacking in spirituality. Chiron gone right is healing, spiritual and selfless. Chiron has an orbital period of about 50 years, and as far as I can tell, it's a bit of an enigma. First discovered in 1977, although images date back as far as 1896. Chiron was initially classified by astronomers as an asteroid and then as a minor planet, but it displays bizarre comet-like behaviour. In astrology, Chiron is known as the wounded healer for the part he played in the myth of Prometheus. The centaur Chiron became a mythological prophet, astrologer and great teacher. He was once immortal but sacrificed his immortality to save Prometheus, who had been damned by the gods to eternal torment for giving the secret of fire to the ungrateful human realm. Chiron was wounded by an arrow dipped in the blood of the Hydra, a wound that would never heal but turned him into a powerful healer of others. Not sure if I pronounced that right. Hydra. Hydra. That name right, should I say. There is much controversy over the question of which signs Chiron influences most, but in my experience it is Virgo and Pisces. Its placement is powerful for all of us, though, as it indicates where we are personally wounded, so that with awareness we may heal. My astrology teacher, the late Derek Hawkins, used to say that understanding Chiron was the key to finding the things that are missing from a person's life. It shows where deep wounds lie and how you may heal them by learning more about the sign and the house it falls in. Studying the traits of your Chiron sign will reveal a lot about your vulnerabilities, and if you check its house, you'll begin to see where these vulnerabilities are prone to play out. Not sure why I'm being guided to read all this. Again, this was from the signs. But it does feel like there's been some deep transformative stuff going on, that you're moving out of this now. But just to take a minute to reflect, to be open, to be sure that you're being the you want to be, that you're showing up as your true authentic self when you meet this person. Yeah, to cleanse yourself, to rid yourself of anything that no longer serves you. Yeah, frog, cleanse. Jaguar, impeccability, integrity. Butterfly, number 9, transformation. Self-explanatory, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Frog. If you have grouse medicine in your cards, undertake a meditation on the various qualities of movement within your world. Begin by visualizing the sun as one member of a huge group of stars swirling in the massive pinwheel shape of the Milky Way. Then draw yourself out of this pinwheel of light and into the spiraling of your own DNA's double helix, an arrangement similar to a rope ladder coiled like a corkscrew. Analyze the way you move through your world. How do you picture yourself in the act of locomotion? What kind of reaction do you create with the energy you send into the universe? What words would you use to describe the way you move through both the material and spiritual worlds? In the final analysis, is your movement compatible with your greatest desires and goals? Many spiritual disciplines ask that you cease all external movement in order to recognize the inner life. Grouse medicine, however, is an invitation to the dance. Grouse celebrates the divine source through its sacred spiral dance and offers this dance to you as a gift. You can spend a lifetime learning Grouse's lesson on how to harmonize your dance with Mother Earth's cycles and how to offer the dance as a creation of selfless beauty. We have Painted Roses, number 18. Perfection and impeccability are not of this world. Everyone makes mistakes, and it's an interesting as well as enlightening part of life. You should not be punished out of proportion when making errors. But should that happen, it is time to reconsider the way your job, family, relationship works and drastically readjust your life to bring back more balance, compassion, and delight. Key question: what is your current driving force? Are you acting out of duty, out of joy, out of fear, or out of love? Interesting, as I read this, that same page that I was guided to read, that 147, that Cancer energy in this book, but I couldn't find the page that was coming through in my mind's eye. Okay, this is it. It is essential that you learn how to live without fear in order to embrace true happiness. Security is crucial to your well-being, and there's nothing wrong with building up a bit of money in the bank or nurturing your family ties. But the bigger lesson here is that no matter how hard you try, you cannot create a perfectly secure environment. That is not what I want to hear. Life isn't like that. In fact, every day life is a long series of risks and trying to micromanage them all will only make you fearful, anxious, and hard to be around. That's the truth. That's the truth, because I've lived that truth. To really let go, that Ten of Wands energy that come out, to really let it all go. Whatever could go wrong, whatever could go right. How can you plan for the future when you don't know what's coming? You create it as you go. If your intention and your drive is that fear, you're going to create an outcome that matches that counter manifesting. To really come back to balance, come back to yourself, to take a minute. It's not about doing more. It's like, if it's not right, it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'd rather have 2 muffins that have the right recipe than have 1,000,000 muffins with the wrong recipe. It's like, as much as you do, as good as it looks to do more, as much as you do, if the sauce ain't right, it ain't right. Fix yourself first. Wrong word, fix. Nothing to be fixed. Love yourself first. Align yourself. Deal with the internal. What can you do? And really, it feels like what you're being asked to do is nothing. Again, I know we're doing Cappy, but this is coming through. So take what resonates. We've got the Fool. Planet Uranus. The Fool brings a new beginning. You are a spiritual traveller at the start of a journey. You must take the first step. And your energy is focused at your base chakra to ensure you move forward. The Fool has a sense of wisdom around him, open to new ideas and wise, because he thinks he knows nothing. Anything is possible on your travels, and this is a voyage of discovery. There will be many choices along the way, and you can travel in any direction you choose. Fun, adventure, and following your dreams are strongly suggested by this card. And Uranus sponsors your independent nature, but be aware of dead ends on your path. You will need to find your own balance between being in the moment and being too impulsive. Accept the wonder of childlike innocence, but also do not be blind to the truth. You are at a point of inception, pure and optimistic. Tourmaline will protect you on your journey and help give you the wisdom you need to make the best choices. This card can also mean you are nearing the end of a specific journey or cycle, as with any ending comes a new beginning. "222" on the clock. I'm going to leave it there, guys. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.